I started to photograph him in a way that if he ever became president, the pictures I was taking as, early on would have some context. For instance, there's a picture I made of him. We went to Russia with him. And there's a picture of him where I was consciously thinking about this. He's walking around Red Square, he's on a sidewalk, and nobody knows who he is. And so I was trying to show that in the picture, that here's this, U.S. Senator walking through Red Square, nobody's paying attention to him. And I said to myself, if he ever became president, this is a picture that you will never see again. You can imagine what it would be like to have somebody pointing a camera at you every day. And certainly, once he became president, I was photographing him every day. So I think it took him several months to finally figure out that I was not going away and that this was going to be part of his life, that there was going to be this guy documenting his every move. The interesting thing about being a White House photographer is you see him in every aspect of his life, meaning whether it's a serious national security meeting or a fun moment with a staff person's child coming in to visit in the Oval Office, or how he relates to his family. So in that context, I observe him in every aspect of his life, and that's how I know him. When you add up, his day and all the things that I photograph, I take a lot of pictures. Someone in my office that kind of monitors this said that I'll probably end up taking, at the end of 8 years, 2 million photographs. The ones that are the hardest for me, I will say that when I'm photographing the president consoling families, that's hard on me. And especially after the Newtown shootings, where the emotions of the families were so raw. I mean, they had just lost a child. I don't regret taking those photographs, but they were very hard to do. And I'm sure that I probably had some tears flowing down my cheek just to think of that terrible situation. And Time magazine, at the end of his first term, asked me to choose 10 pictures that represented my favorites that told a story about this president. And I was like, all right, I'll try. And I ended up with like 90. Because you need to show him in all aspects of his life. I mean, sure, there's some pictures like where he's interacting with little kids that are among my favorites. But I don't want people to think that's all he does. Like, what about anguishing in the Situation Room over ISIS, or dealing with the Arab Spring, or watching the Bin Laden raid? So for me, it's the body of work that is important, and not saying this picture is the iconic picture of the Obama administration.